The confirmation that a far larger wave is poised to hit this market was just made by an employee of Ripple. Additionally, it is true that XRP and the XRP ledger will accompany that wave. Moreover, I am really enthusiastic about this. That is going to be the topic of our conversation. You are now entering the channel, one and all. This is Nick, my name. I am hoping that individuals who are new to the channel will be able to participate in this video. It is true that you were a subscriber, a cursory examination at the year 2021 gives the impression that it has been a very long time ago, despite the fact that it was just 3 years ago. On the other hand, if we go back and look at this post from CoinDesk, we have the World Economic Forum, which suggests that blockchain technology has the potential to disrupt established markets worth $867 trillion. Every single person is strongly encouraged to sign up for the free Discord. A link is going to be located at the very top of the description that is provided below. This is without a doubt one of the most helpful and instructive Discords that is currently available, and it is no cost at all. In addition to the fact that there is a free side that provides a large number of free crypto jewels, free market strategies, guidelines, market trends, and free charts, this Discord is also going to be the location where new cheat sheets are released. Also, we already have a large number of testimonials from people who have been using the Discord server and who are completely enamored with it. Therefore, what are you holding out for? Participate in the free Discord server by going to the top of the description below and clicking on the link. Despite the fact that we are aware that these numbers have greatly increased, this is what they were looking at to begin with. A variety of financial instruments, including equities, debt, derivatives, securities, financing, repurchase agreements, and even lending were among the options that they considered. Along with that, there is the administration of funds and the management of assets. When we take a look at the equity markets, we can absolutely say that they are being shaken up. A market for debt. Indeed, they are experiencing disruptions. There is a disruption occurring in each and every one of these markets, and it is all due to tokenization. However, this occurred in the year 2021. In addition, the World Economic Forum has provided us with a report that details how, during the course of the last year, which is the year 2021, professionals in the fields of technology and financial services participated in a number of workshops and interviews with experts from around the world. Examine each and every one of these names. Credit Suisse, BlackRock, JP Morgan, the BIs, the DTCC, and the CFTC are among the companies that are involved. To give you an example, the list starts with the Bank of England and continues on and on. What's even more amazing is that if we take a look at all of these names, can you guess what they were talking about? In the areas of equity, debt, securities finance, and asset management, they were investigating the ways in which they may make use of distributed ledger technology, DLT. This occurred in the year 2020. Back in the year 2020, they were making preparations for this. We are now beginning to observe and witness the steps that are being made around tokenization, and it is through these names that we learn about them. In spite of this, when we look at the list of contributors, we see that the DTCC and BCG are both included. Moreover, there are a number of very large banks located in this area. This is some pretty insane stuff, if you ask me. I'm referring to the names that were associated with tokenization and DLC use cases, and Swift was also included in that list back in the years 2020 and 2021. In addition, if you look at the current situation, you can plainly see how this is quickly speeding. Additionally, take a look at the leadership of the project here, according to the head of the World Economic Forum, who is responsible for molding the future as well as the future of monetary and financial institutions. It's fascinating. There are also some pretty well-known names. Consequently, the thing that I am really looking at in relation to this is the fact that we are still in the beginning stages of the tokenization process from a technological standpoint. However, that won't be the case for very long. Trade finance is expected to play a significant part in the market for tokenized real-world assets estimated to be worth $30.1 trillion by the year 2034, according to an article that was published by Standard Chartered in June, which was the end of June at the time. Now, I discussed the trade finance industry, particularly with regard to XDC, but they are estimating that it will be worth $30 trillion by the year 2034. By the year 2030, it had reached $16 trillion, which indicates that this number is likely to increase by a factor of 2 over the course of the subsequent 4 years. To add insult to injury, I don't think it's going to be $30 trillion by that point in time. Tokenization is something that I anticipate happening, and once we reach that first trillion, I'm telling you guys, it is going to move around so quickly. Please keep in mind the true identity of Standard Chartered, all right? You should keep in mind that they were connected to this study from the World Economic Forum, as you can see at the bottom of the page. Be sure to keep in mind, however, that they made an investment in Ripple in the year 2016. In addition, the remark that was used here stated that the bank places a high premium on digitization in order to trade, business, and investment. With a wealth of experience in the fields of financial services and compliance, Ripple is among the most sophisticated distributed ledger technology DLT firms in the industry. We are able to harness Ripple's expertise and co-develop new applications that are commercially viable as a result of this investment. This will allow us to address the ever-changing requirements of our customers and the ecosystems they operate within. This occurred in the year 2016. When we take all of this into consideration, we realize that Ripple's skills and their experience have only grown and improved. As a result, I am curious about what is going on with Standard Chartered at the moment and whether or not they are still intent on collaborating with Ripple. As we are aware that they are, how is it? To begin, Zodiac Custody. Zodiac Custody is a corporation that has a direct connection to Standard Chartered, as you can see in this particular instance. Moreover, we are aware that they are collaborating with Medeco. Integrated on the Medeco network is the Zodiac Custody system. Now keep in mind that Ripple is now known as Medeco. Once more, this substantiates the fact that Standard Chartered continues to have significant exposure to Ripple. I am curious as to why I am bringing all of this up. Why do I feel the need to discuss this? Now, let's talk about a few things, shall we? First and foremost, Archix. A recent announcement made by Archix was that they will be extending their existing relationship with Ripple. This extension is anticipated to put hundreds of millions of dollars worth of tokenized RWA's real-world assets onto the XRP ledger over the course of the calendar year. I am bringing this up because Marcus Infancher, the Senior Vice President of Riplex at Ripple, was recently featured on the podcast of Tony Edwards called Think in Crypto 1. The episode discussed how Ripple is ready for institutional adoption with RWA tokenization through Archix, among other things, as well as the forthcoming Ripple USD stablecoin and a great deal more. Take a look at this. Traditional financial institutions are beginning to embrace tokenization as a result of the crypto revolution. It is more positive than the debut of the exchange-traded funds ETFs to emphasize the fact that organizations like BlackRock are adopting tokenization. Take a look at it. I look forward to what we are currently witnessing. What I am particularly excited about is that, we have witnessed this year a clear shift from traditional financial institutions moving beyond the point of offering cryptocurrency as an investment class to their customers. However, now they really want to make the move into solving actual frictions by entering the game of tokenization. This is something that I am particularly excited about. An illustration of this would be the fact that, in my opinion, BUIDL by BlackRock has been more than just a spot in many respects. I'll eat you Bitcoin. I am. Here it is for all of you to know. Yes, tokenization is the next step for these institutions to take in their development. On the other hand, I am curious as to who they intend to pick. On the other hand, even if they tokenize on other networks, it is still necessary for them to have a market. In order to accommodate the enormous size of these solutions, there must be an underlying market. The fact that Medeco is already collaborating with a number of these major institutions is already common knowledge. I mean, even if we do return to this location, we are aware that HSBC, which is located on this location, is collaborating with Medeco, which is now known as Ripple. Not a problem. Alongside Medeco, BNP Paribas is also working together. Most of these major businesses who are currently making significant inroads into this market are still collaborating with Ripple or are in the process of doing so. Now, what is Ripple dealing with? Let's take Medeco as an illustration. Already they are preparing to line up the major players. Additionally, if we go back to the 14th of June, we can see that graph. Rodford, the co-founder and CEO of Archix, participated in a fireside chat at the XRP Ledger Apex. During this conversation, he discussed the topics of bringing financial institutions on-chain, the new RWA collaboration, and what it means for the developers and consumers of the XRP Ledger. Take a look at this. What is this new partnership